U.S. President Donald Trump is continuing to face pressure to release all of the so-called Epstein files.
I don't care about it, released or not. What I think you should do, if you're going to do it, then you have to go into Epstein's friends. This Reid Hoffman spent a lot of time on the island. I was never on his island. Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times.
Trump has been facing growing backlash over alleged ties with Epstein, a sex offender, with recently released documents stating that Trump knew of Epstein's sexual abuses of young girls and minors. Some 20,000 pages of documents received from Epstein's estate name drops Trump numerous times, along with other prominent lawmakers, including former President Bill Clinton. While lawmakers are set to vote next week on releasing all the Epstein files, the president has ordered the DOJ to investigate any Democrats with ties to Epstein, which could complicate the files being released. With me now to discuss is Mitchell Epner, former federal prosecutor for the District of New Jersey. Thank you for joining us this morning. What do you make of President Trump's order to the DOJ to investigate Democrats with ties to Jeffrey Epstein?
It is an absolute travesty. The motto of the Department of Justice that I served in and of the Southern District of New York, where this order has been given, was that prosecutions should take place without fear or favor. This order from President Trump violates multiple 250-year-old traditions within the Department of Justice. The President of the United States is not supposed to order the DOJ to do anything. The political affiliation is not supposed to play any part in who gets investigated and who doesn't. And the DOJ is never supposed to announce before they bring charges who they are investigating. This is shameful, and the people who execute this should absolutely hang their heads in shame.
Do you think that opening this new investigation into Jeffrey Epstein means that the Epstein files so many are pushing to have released will be sealed?
So I think that that may be one of the things that Donald Trump and his minions believe they can do, that facing the pressure to release files that he ran on releasing, and his QAnon supporters flocked to him because they believed he was the person who was going to expose everything. They're angry at him. Everybody who is looking at this believes that Donald Trump is acting like a man who has something to hide. What he has to hide, I don't know. And this is yet another transparent attempt to put off the day of reckoning.
Mitchell, the DOJ has referred this investigation to the top prosecutor in the Southern District of New York. How do you expect that office to respond?
So the Southern District of New York, which is where I practice, has been frequently called the Sovereign District of New York because of the extreme independence that the Southern District prosecutors have shown to Washington, D.C. over the last, say, 80 years. If Jay Clayton, who is the U.S. Attorney, goes along with this and orders his people to do it, I would not be surprised if there were mass resignations.
Okay, thank you for talking to us this morning, Mitchell. That is Mitchell Epner, former federal prosecutor for the District of New Jersey.